My dog, Sam Rolle. Welcome to the show, bro.
Good was good.
Nothing much. Appreciate you coming on the show. It mean a lot to me. Been trying to get this done for about a week now, so I'm excited, ready to get this going.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. No worries. Sam, you from Riviera Beach, Florida, South Florida. Talk to me about your upbringing at Riviera Beach.
Uh, Riviera is, a little, not the privileged town, not the, you know, not really where you want to be sometimes, but it's a couple of good parts in there. My parents put me in a good part. My parents, kept me away from the violence, kept me away from, everything I needed to be kept away from. They put me in a position where I didn't really have to worry about much, but school, academics, and sports. So it's real good growing up in Riviera.
Sure. I feel kind of similar. Tampa is it's a bigger city. It's a lot of stuff you could get into, but my parents did a good job of me keeping me in the sports and the school, just out the way, really. So I appreciate them for that for sure.
For sure.
What does the city mean to you?
Everything, to be honest, if people don't know where Riviera or anything about Riviera, nobody really come out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like Riviera is a real small town. You can ride right past it, but not a lot of people come from out of Riviera in terms of basketball for sure. So just me coming out of the hood, just putting on for the hood is everything to me.
For sure. I gotta admit, you definitely one of my favorite point guards I ever played with so far. I'm at D&E. We've been here a good 10 or so weeks. We've been getting ready for the season. First scrimmage on Saturday. Talk to me about how you got introduced to basketball. Who put the ball into your hands?
My father, man, at 2 years old, he bought me this little mini basketball hoop and just told me to go, have fun with it. So ever since then, I just had the ball in my hands. He's been training me. He's been my trainer, my coach, my mentor, my everything. He just put the ball in my hands and just let me be me. To be honest.
For sure. I definitely got, I'm gonna try to find it. I might post it one day. I got a mini hoop picture, old little printout pictures. We don't print
For
out pictures
sure.
for real no more, but I definitely got some mini hoop pictures. And then obviously as you get bigger, you move on to bigger baskets and stuff like that. What was your first hoop memory, or like what's one of your favorite hoop memories from the time you started to now?
My first, organized basketball season. It was in the playoffs, and I was a little short kid or whatever, and my dad was coaching, and he was like, for the first time, he talked to me a different way. You know what I'm saying? He was like, just go get a bucket, and we needed a bucket. It was a game winner at the buzzer, and that was just like the best memory that just played back in my mind to be motivated and just it was a good memory.
For sure. We talked about it the other day. I think we was in the locker room talking about it. Our dads coaching us, and like when we were younger playing basketball and stuff. It's a little bit different having your dad coach you. He's like they know how to push your buttons a different way than
Yep,
any other coach. They know
sure.
when you're giving it your all, when you going 100%. They know you better, a lot better than just an average coach. Talk to me about that.
Um, well, my dad knows every single skill that I have and know everything that I can do. So it's like when I'm on the court playing for him, he's like, "You got to do. I know what you can do. I know you can do this. I know you can do that." So if I'm not bringing that 100%, it's always that he can go into that dad mode, he go into that coach mode. And when he goes into that dad mode, it pushes you a little bit more, and you just like, all right, let me lock in. And now, it's just like it picks up a little bit more, and it's a different feeling having your dad as your coach.
For sure. It definitely used to be a lot of long car rides back to the crib from AAU tournaments, AAU games, all that kind of stuff. Hearing it all, definitely a good experience though. I feel like that was probably my favorite times of playing basketball, just because the confidence like you mentioned, you just had a different confidence. Your dad got faith in you, like he knows what you could do, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely feel that for sure. Growing up, the first time I
Sure.
seen you play, I've been seeing you play for a long time. Wellington Wolves, USSSA tournaments, all up and through the state of Florida. I used to play with the Lakeland Fire. I seen you play a bunch of times. I feel like I played you before. Like I'm like 2 years older than you or a year older than you, so I think I probably played you playing up before. But I definitely seen you used to have the long braids. I definitely remember Lil Sam a long time ago. Talk to me about just your AAU experience growing up playing with Wellington Wolves.
Wellington was that was one of the best experiences, in basketball. It's just like off the court, it's a big family. You know what I'm saying? So like not even just your team in that age group, but like different age groups take you in like a family. Like anything you need, you can talk to anybody there. And it's like you go out of town, you got every single age group, and it's like a good experience of just being around different people, being around, learning different people, getting to know different people, hanging out with different people. So it was like a great experience, especially off the court and on the court. You know, on the court is on the court, and Wellington Wolves was they put you in those positions in those big tournaments, playing against people like Lakeland Fire, playing against the high competition things, and it was real great.
For sure. I remember like, cause the Fire, they've been around for a long time. I was playing with them since I was in like fourth grade, fifth grade. And I remember when Wellington Wolves, it probably wasn't your team because like I said, I'm like a year older. But when Wellington Wolves first came around, like they wasn't that good when they was a new program. I remember we used to just whack them like every time. Wellington Wolves, oh yeah, like whack them. But like as the years went on and like as I seen you play like a bunch of times, like growing up, and like as y'all got older and the program got older, like I remember seeing y'all being like a good team, like being ranked in the rankings in the state and for USSSA and stuff like that. So I definitely could see the come up. I know you played a big part in that, Mr. You one of the original Wellington Wolves for sure. When did you see yourself taking the game serious? When did you start to lock in and like decide that this is something that you really wanted to do?
Probably about fourth to fifth grade. That summer going into fifth grade. That summer going into fifth grade, I was playing football. I was playing both basketball and football, and my dad was just like, I just see a different side of you when you play basketball, and I see how you enjoy it a little bit more. And I started to realize that, and I was like, yeah, that's right. You're kind of right. And I was like, I just want to play basketball. And then that summer, we had probably the best team, in part of Florida and our age group. And we had people like Scotty Barnes, we had Tony Marzuka. We had a stick. So that season we got fifth in the nation in nationals, and then that's when I was like, yeah, I can really be something. I can really be one of the top. I can really try to be the best.
For sure.